We've just finished up all the stride and drive drills, and now we're going to move into rotation. Some people call it opening and closing of the hips, but for now we're going to call it rotation. I think it's important that at this point in time when we're talking about rotation that we all come to an agreement that there's a lot of different beliefs on how it should happen and when it should happen and what it should look like. I'm going to give you my philosophy and try it on for size and see how it works for you. I believe that a rotation should be more of a natural occurrence. It shouldn't be something that we throw a door open and throw it closed. I believe that that rotation will happen if you're driving out as hard as you can, if you plant your stride foot and your planting foot in the right direction. That close is going to happen with the whipping. But it's important that we realize where it happens in it. A lot of times I will talk girls to take their mid off and put their hands on their hip and feel what it feels like when they're walking. When you're walking, your hips open and close naturally just by walking. And now where that turn comes in, when you'll hear a coach say, well, I want your navel going towards the third base dugout if you're right-handed, is what happens is now if you're walking, go ahead and pivot like you're coming through a fence. And we're going to do a fence drill. You'll see that. We'll do a walk-through drill that you'll see that, all of those. But first, what I want to do in the rotation is go ahead and start down on the one knee drill. So we're back to that one knee drill again, but now we're going to concentrate on rotation. Keep in mind that stride leg is going to be out on that power line that we have normally driven with that yellow and red wand out there on the ground. So I've drawn my power line and I'm here. Notice that my navel is already pointing towards the third base direction. Now, what you're going to see is a lot of pitchers make that mistake. They'll set up this way. If I set up where my navel literally is pointing at my third baseman, or the third base itself, I have virtually no way that I can go ahead and close or shut the door without leaving my hips open that whole time. So make sure when they're setting up that if this was my foot, that it's set at a 45-degree angle, 45-degree angle. And what we've done is taken the legs out of the rotation so that we can start feeling that torque or the snapping of those hips. So here I am, I'm in my one knee, I'm set up basically back to phase one, and all I'm going to do is boom, rotate through, boom, rotate through, all the way through here. Now, what's important when you're watching this, and I've kind of done it through all the drills, but you're going to start seeing it more, and I'm going to point it out, especially in the rotation, is what is my glove arm doing? A lot of times you're going to see young pitchers, and even some of the elite pitchers that you see, have a dead glove arm. And what that means is their glove arm just stays here and doesn't do anything. I believe it is essential that the glove arm works as much as your throwing arm in keeping you on balance, and especially in finishing a rotation or closing the hip. So here we are. Boom, throwing it. Boom, throwing it. Make sure, and I'll point out another drill to you very shortly here, that the glove arm's not coming out to the side, because then it's opening us up. And watch here, I open up that glove arm, I cannot rotate. It's absolutely impossible. Keep in mind, your left arm and right arm are basically pendulums. One's pushing and the other one's pulling through.